Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for tuning into today's show, State Plan Lady. And my name's Yvonne Dantzler. I want to talk to you today about a very touchy subject, and it really comes close to home and it really touches my heart. And the subject is an elderly couple got evicted from their longtime home of over 20 years. Now, I'm going to give you the backstory, and I'm also going to put the link of the article below, and I'll let you listen to a little bit of it from my phone. Here's the deal. This couple had been paying for this home over 20 years, but they were not owners of it. Their son was. Now, according to this elderly couple, when they were trying to purchase the home, the loan officer kept their name out of it and put the house that they were purchasing in the son's name only and not them. So basically, this elderly couple was paying every month, monthly on their mortgage. Okay. After 20 years or so, the son, back in April, has become sick and he transfers the property over to an unknown lady who therefore serves this couple an eviction notice. Now, this couple, this is 20 years later, they're on Social Security. There's things that they cannot afford. They can't afford to move, to uproot into other things because of just life. Okay. But let's talk about this. This happens all the time in estate planning. The son was in charge of the parent's home. The titling was in the son's name. And a lot of times you'll see this happening where parents, instead of getting possibly a living trust, they will joint title, put joint titles in the adult children's names. The problem is things like this can occur that will create problems down the road. This is just one of the examples, and I'll let you listen to it in a minute, and then we'll go on from there. So it's going to be a short clip, about a minute, so just go ahead and listen.
The couple is now left broken after they were kicked out of the place they called home for decades.
And Fox 26 News reporter Myra Franco explains who was behind it, or they say was behind it, and why the couple says it all happened behind closed doors. Myra?
Plus, Monty, the couple tells me they got hit with a surprise, an eviction notice, something they say they never saw coming or could imagine, even since the owner of the house was their son. The videos circulating online sharing Ismael and Angelita Ramirez's story from Fresno have blown up. They are now displaced and are having to start fresh after they say they were served with an eviction notice in April for the home they have been making payments on for more than 20 years.
Okay, so that's the end of that part. And I'll put the link below where you can click on the link and actually look at the article. So let's talk about this. This is a part of estate planning. When you go to purchase a home, and a lot of people don't want to get a living trust or put something on paper, and these kind of things happen. Titling is everything. Okay, so the son owned the home at the end of the day. And this couple has gone to several attorneys and they were going to take on the case. So they found out that it is a titling problem. It's the son who technically owns the home. I'm not saying this case can't be won, but it's going to be a tough one. Even though this couple's been paying technically rent because they don't own it. So even if this was put in joint tenancy, it would have turned it into a whole different ballgame. But because the son was 100% owner of the property, this is what's going on. And this is why basically you would not want to do this, putting your adult children on title with you. This is just one of the examples. The son, and we're just going to go ahead and just assume the son is probably ill. We don't know what's going on, who the new mystery lady is, what's going on behind the whole situation. So I just wanted to bring this to your attention. This is very serious. When you put your hard-earned money and you're titling property and you're trying to establish your estate plan, it's things like this that can mess you up. Another example could be if you are the owner of a home and you put your child or children down as joint owners of that home, and that child marries and that child later divorces, that also can be taken into consideration because now that child is a part owner of that home. This is just one of the many scenarios that can happen. And this is what we talk about in estate planning. This is why that, there was a plenty of things that could have been done to prevent this. And this is not for this particular podcast or subject to discuss, but just wanted to bring this to your attention, how 20 years, has gone down when these people have actually been paying what they thought was mortgage towards the ownership of their home. The average home loan is 30 years. So if they've paid over 20, they had 10 more to go. But we have a son who owned the home for whatever reason, turned the house over, sold it, transferred it. We don't know the situation. Maybe more clues will come up later, and I'll do another podcast on it and talk about it. But that's just what I want to tell you guys. Just be very wary of these kind of situations that can happen. There's a plenty of scenarios out there, and protecting your estate is one of the things you definitely need to look forward to, and protecting. Everything is about protecting your future. Okay, that's all I'm going to say about it. I'm going to put the link below. You can read this article for yourself. If you have anything to say, definitely comment, like, share. If you do comment, keep your comments professional. I do read all the comments. I read everything. Let's keep it professional. If something like this has happened to you or somebody that you know, you can please put that down there. We'd like to hear it. And I thank you so much for your time, and thank you so much for listening for today. Thank you, and have a good day.